Hello everyone, this is Serenity here, back with another awesome Halo 5 video for you guys today. Very excited to deliver today guys, another Champion free-for-all from the July season. This is my final video from those times, and then we'll move on to some winter season gameplay, which is obviously much more recent and the most recent look back on how Champion free-for-all plays. So I'm quite looking forward to getting to that content, to be honest, because we'll have the new map Mercy that was included in the winter season / August as well, and we'll see how I play on that map, formerly Haven on Halo 4, so I should be able to play it pretty well considering I really loved Halo 4, but we'll see how I play it in Champion Free-For-All, and we'll see that soon in the future. Now this gameplay today guys, we're looking at another Molten free-for-all. It was possibly my best played map in the July season actually, funny enough. In the month of July, of the June and July season, Molten was just my map. That was the one that I won on. So in this gameplay I'm matching against I MonstaR I, who was a Champion free-for-all player in this gameplay. Also good Onyx players, K Mr Hadez was decent in this gameplay. Lave California was another Onyx player, I believe, and the animal with numbers in his names instead of the relevant letters were my competition in this gameplay. So here I'm just showing you the spawns. We have the spawn under snipe again, with myself being outside player in that scenario. We also have someone at back lava and someone in the near the control room facing onwards, and then we have someone underneath all of that action going on. So as you can see, I got the spawn near the sniper player. Now it's interesting here, as the player outside, I didn't even look to my right of the player under snipe. Instead I elected to go for this guy, which, to be honest with you, was an okayest decision, but I feel that maybe just let a bit too much ground go between me and that player I was chasing, and you know, not to follow up with the pistol was a bit of a mistake, and that doesn't get me a kill right there. So not the best start, considering a little bit of lack of awareness in my opinion as well at the start of this one, because that spawn that I got, generally there's a 50% chance that someone will spawn on your right, so it didn't look like I was even bothering to think of that, which is kind of surprising to me that I did that actually at the start of this game. I actually haven't seen this game since I sort of saved it at the time, so some of this will be sort of new, like what happened. Really nice awareness here to notice that there's a player at bunker somewhere, and nice persistence to not give up on finding him. Really nice shots as well with the battle rifle following up on this guy here. I'm not sure about the decision to wait there. Where I was waiting in the bunker there is a prime place for a nade to land on the other side, so maybe the positioning could have been a little bit better there. It might have kept me alive and possibly I could have got a kill out of that scenario, so that was a bit of a shame. Coming off the Halo 2 battle rifle spawn, so I know that most of the players must be bunker side to the control room, because I wouldn't have got that spawn if you know, they were on the other side of the map. So at this point as well here though, because I'm in the middle of the control room and the lava in this sort of middle section leading between those two rooms, it's not really a good idea to hang around there for too long, because as you saw I got flanked. So in this middle section between the lava rooms to the control room we're going to now, you really want to avoid being stuck in here for long periods of time, because you will get that player coming off his spawn and he will just come chasing up behind you. So you really want to try and avoid getting caught on that section in Molten free-for-all. If you have to pass through there, you have to be fairly quick with it, and you know, not hang back for such a long period of time in that section of the map. It's something that I haven't really talked about, funnily enough, before with Molten free-for-all, because I don't do it very often, but I just felt that I had to mention it in this gameplay, because I was doing a little bit of that at the start of this game, which generally wasn't really the best place to put yourself on this map in my opinion. Very nice play to get that previous kill that I just got, and really nice play to try and do something with the snipe there. I kind of like seeing that kind of sniping in full motion in Molten free-for-all, because I sort of talked about this last time on the previous July upload with Molten free-for-all, that sniping on this map really has to be quick and snappy, and you know, close range sniping more or less, not long range. And that was a nice attempt to get something going. Unfortunately I got flanked. Really nice play there in the 1v1 situation to get the kill on I MonstaR I, because you know, if he'd sort of got away with that, I might have struggled to climb back into this free-for-all. So that was a really nice play. Really nice play to predict that a grenade was going to come in after the first one, so I was able to back away in time. That's a nice bit of play. In a nice position now to block that bunker spawn and push towards players again in the control room. So that was a really nice play. I'm pretty aware of the fact that there were people at snipe that were nading me and such of the like, and just kind of holding my ground there, blocking that bunker spawn, waiting for the players to push me or for me to push out on the players elsewhere. So that was a really nice use of the bunker actually in that area, and actually nets me a killing spree coming off my spawn from the control room and getting the first kill in I MonstaR I. That's put me into a position where I got a killing spree, so that was pretty huge. And I really like the use of that bunker there because it really kept me alive for longer, and my awareness of what was happening around me and the particular spawns on this map were enabling me to get a lot of kills there. So that was some great play using the bunker in that way. Right there, it's just a bit unfortunate. I was getting more or less outshot anyway and end up getting sniped, so definitely have to focus my attention to that side of the map because it's K that sniped me, and he's actually got the lead right now with a lead of 2, so he's definitely a player that I'm going to want to take out in this part of the game. So able to kill him here, which is a nice play, and obviously he's on spawn now, so any people that I spot here for a few seconds after are going to be kills that he obviously can't get because he's on the respawn, but he's probably back up now, so any one-shot kills that are sort of present on the map I want to finish off, and that's a really nice clutch double kill that I got there, considering the fact that, you know, K was back on the spawn. I had to watch out for him obviously. So right there again, nice attempt to get something going. Unfortunately I do get sniped, and it's, you know, not much could really be done there. It was a bit of an awkward position anyway, and Molten free-for-all, the ladder underneath the control room is it was quite a difficult place to push up from as well. Again, that's another area on this map that you don't want to get stuck in. Right here I try a snipe down shot and it doesn't really pay off, and unfortunately I fall into the lava, but in a nice attempt, I really had nothing to lose with going for that shot anyway because I was thrusting down anyway. Maybe could have remembered to ground pound because of the lava. Maybe if I was really on top of my thoughts there, I could have stayed alive, but you know, I wasn't really thinking about that when I was dropping down, so obviously it showed. But yeah, at this point it's a really nice trade that I really liked in this game. You know, being one shot and still managing to walk away with a kill, I thought that was quite a big kill in terms of, you know, pushing forward with the rest of the match. Kills like that in Champion free-for-all can really help you out. Like if you just get those extra little kills where you're a one shot and the guy should have just killed you and you didn't get, you shouldn't have got the kill. Like kills like that makes such a big difference in games. Right here a bit of blindness, didn't spot K just crouching in the corner, which obviously I wasn't expecting, but watching it back from the theatre replay, it was pretty obvious that there was someone there, so maybe some quicker reactions would have been in order there. Obviously I really didn't see him because I had a narrow tunnel vision, but I think even with radar game types you should always check your corners in a first person shooter anyway, so yeah, definitely should have been looking that way. That was embarrassing to obviously just walk past and get back to Matt or whatever in that way. So coming off the spawn here guys, coming off in the lava room, so I definitely want to push up to where I'm hearing noise on the map and obviously keeping myself in tune with what's really going on. At this point in the game, like K has been getting a lot of kills, and you know, I'm really keeping up the pace with him as well because I'm really responding to things quite fast. Even kills like that, you know, it wasn't a kill that I was really intending to go for, but I realised someone was one shot behind there and I just whip out the snipe and hit a nice no scope, so that's a really nice bit of play. And at this point just looking to use the sniper rifle in motion again. Coming from, you know, control room to the sort of middle section between that and lava with a snipe can be nice position for you to hit a snipe on a player, because I remember from my AG Pioneer matchup that I had in August, I actually brought myself back into the game from sniping from there, and I remember sitting in that position before, that interlock, you know, that sort of middle section which connects those two rooms, and I sniped AG Pioneer off spawn because he was trying to go to this section of the map from the Halo 2 VR. So you know, you definitely can get pickings from there, but as I said before, you just don't want to spend a lot of time, you know, just sitting in that middle sort of connecting tunnel between the control room and the lava room. So at this point guys, some really nice plays there, really nice plays to go for the noise and get the double kill. I really like this part of the game as well. It's a really nice Really nice snipe on that player, to be honest. I obviously predicted that someone was there, and you know, great job to have that snipe ready. That was a really nice bit of play. It would have been really lovely if we could have ended with a double kill snapshot on the guy that pushed me in bunker, but unfortunately it wasn't meant to be. So right here, guys, I'm just going to probably finish off the game, just crouch up on a player and get the final kill. Again, as I always say, guys, with the ending of games, it's really important, probably the most important part of the game actually is to make sure that you don't slow down the intensity of how you're playing, but just make sure that you don't you know, overextend aggressively and miss out on a load of easy opportunities to finish the game. So guys, I will try to get as many of the winter season episodes I can get out before I go away for Christmas, but if I'm not able to get any of that stuff out, I hope that everyone has a lovely Christmas and you know, a happy new year, and I wish you all the best with the holidays. This was Serenity's, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.